My dear one, it's late, isn't it? Or maybe it's early. That strange hour when the world goes quiet and the walls seem closer and the thoughts get louder. The hour when loneliness stops being a concept and becomes a physical thing, a presence in the room with you, sitting on your chest, making it hard to breathe. You need someone to stay tonight. Not to fix anything, not to say the right words or offer solutions or tell you it's all going to be okay. Just to stay, to be here, to hold vigil with you through whatever this is. This fear, this sadness, this overwhelming sense of being too alone in a body that feels too small to hold everything you're feeling. I can't be there in the way you need. I can't sit beside you on your bed or hold your hand or make you tea in your kitchen. But I can offer you this, these words, this presence, this promise that for the next few minutes, you're not alone. I'm here, and I'm staying. So breathe with me, just once. In through your nose, filling your lungs slowly. Hold it for a moment. Now let it go. Feel your body soften, even just a little. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. You can rest here for a while. I know what it feels like, this needing. It comes in waves, doesn't it? Sometimes you're fine, genuinely fine. And then something shifts. A song plays, a memory surfaces. The sun sets and the darkness feels different than it did yesterday. And suddenly, you're drowning in the ache of wanting someone, anyone, to just be with you. Not to talk necessarily, not to entertain you or distract you or make you laugh, though those things have their place, but to simply exist beside you, to witness whatever you're going through without needing to change it or minimize it or explain it away. The loneliness of being human, it's a specific kind of pain, isn't it? Because we're surrounded by people, technically. Billions of us on this planet, millions in our cities, hundreds in our contacts. And yet, in moments like this, it can feel like there's an ocean between us and everyone else. Like we're shouting across a distance no one can cross. Maybe you've tried reaching out tonight. Maybe you picked up your phone, scrolled through your contacts, and couldn't find a single name that felt right to call at this hour, for this reason. Maybe you typed and deleted a dozen messages. Maybe you convinced yourself that your need is too much, too heavy, too inconvenient to place on someone else's shoulders. Or maybe you've been hurt before by reaching out. Maybe you've asked someone to stay and they didn't. Maybe you've been vulnerable and it wasn't met with the tenderness you needed. Maybe you've learned to not ask at all, to handle your dark nights alone, to be strong, even when strength is the last thing you feel. I understand, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry that asking for what we need has become so complicated. I'm sorry that the world has made us feel like our needs are burdens. I'm sorry for every time you reached out and found empty air. But you're not too much. Your need for connection, for presence, for someone to stay, it's not weakness. It's humanity. It's the most natural thing in the world. Let me tell you something about staying. It's one of the most powerful things we can do for each other. Not fixing, not solving, just staying. When I was younger, I had a friend who understood this. During one of my darkest seasons, she would come over late at night when I called. She'd let herself in with the key I'd given her, climb into bed beside me, and just lie there. Sometimes we'd talk. Sometimes we'd watch something meaningless on my laptop. Sometimes we'd just exist in the same space, breathing the same air. And that was enough.
She never made me feel like I was imposing. She never checked her watch or made me feel rushed. She just stayed. And in her staying, she gave me something I didn't know I needed. Proof that I was worth staying for. Proof that my dark nights didn't have to be walked alone. Proof that love sometimes looks like presence, pure and simple. I want to be that for you tonight. I want you to feel through these words that you're worth staying for. That your need for company in the hard hours doesn't make you weak or broken or too much. That asking for someone to stay is one of the bravest things you can do. I wonder what brought you here tonight. What weight you're carrying that feels too heavy to hold alone. Is it grief? Is it fear? Is it the kind of existential loneliness that sometimes washes over us for no reason we can name, that makes us question everything about our lives and our choices and whether we matter at all? Or maybe it's something more specific. Maybe you got bad news today. Maybe you're facing something scary tomorrow. Maybe you're missing someone who isn't coming back. Maybe you're afraid of your own thoughts, your own memories, your own mind when it goes to the dark places. Whatever it is, you don't have to explain it to me. You don't have to make sense of it or dress it up in prettier words. You can just feel it, and I'll stay while you do. Because here's what I know. Some feelings are just too big to feel alone. Some nights are too long to walk through by yourself. Some moments require another heartbeat in the room, another breath in the darkness, another soul bearing witness to the fact that this is hard, and you're still here. And that matters. Let me ask you something gently. When was the last time you let yourself be held? Not physically necessarily, though that matters too, but emotionally. When was the last time you let someone see you completely? Not the version of you that has it together, not the you that's funny or helpful or strong, but the you that's scared, the you that's hurting, the you that needs. We get so good at holding ourselves, don't we? We get so practiced at self-soothing, at independence, at being okay on our own. And those are valuable skills. They keep us alive when we have no other choice. But they can also become walls. They can keep out the very connection we're starving for. It's okay to need someone to stay. It's okay to not want to be alone tonight. It's okay to be the one who needs holding instead of the one doing the holding. You don't always have to be strong. You don't always have to have it together. You don't always have to be fine. What if, just for tonight, you let yourself be completely honest about what you need? What if you didn't minimize it, or apologize for it, or make it smaller than it is? What if you said, out loud or in your heart, I need someone to stay. I need not to be alone. I need to feel like I matter to someone. That's not pathetic. That's not weakness. That's being human. And being human means needing each other, especially in the dark. Can I share something with you? Scientists have found that trees actually communicate with each other through their root systems, through networks of fungi that connect tree to tree. They call it the wood wide web. When a tree is struggling, diseased or damaged or starved for nutrients, the other trees send it what it needs through this underground network. They keep it alive. They hold it up. Not because they get anything in return, but because they're connected. Because that's what the forest does. It holds its members. We need that too. We need our underground networks, our wood wide web of human connection. We need people who will send us strength when we're struggling, who will hold us up when we can't stand on our own.
who will stay when the night gets dark. And tonight, even if we're strangers, even if we'll never meet in person, even if this is just words on a screen, we're connected. You're reading this, and I wrote it. And in this moment, we're sharing space. We're part of each other's forest. I'm sending you what you need through this connection. Strength if you're weak. Comfort if you're hurting. Company if you're alone. You're held. You're not a tree standing solitary in a field. You're part of the forest, even when you can't see it.
I wish I could tell you that the feeling will pass by morning, that you'll wake up and the need will be gone, and you'll feel strong and self-sufficient again. Maybe that will happen, but maybe it won't. Maybe tomorrow you'll still feel this ache. Maybe it will linger for days or weeks. Maybe loneliness is something you're walking through, not something you can rush past. And that's okay too. You don't have to be over this by tomorrow. You don't have to wake up fixed or healed or done with needing. You can wake up still needing someone to stay. And that doesn't mean you're broken. It just means you're in a season that requires more tenderness, more support, more presence than you can give yourself. Seasons change. This won't be forever. But while you're in it, you're allowed to honor what it asks of you. You're allowed to need what you need without shame. You know what the thing about staying is? It's not complicated. It doesn't require special skills or training. It just requires willingness. Willingness to show up. Willingness to be present. Willingness to sit with another person's pain without trying to take it away. But it's rare. In our culture of fixing and solving and moving on, simple presence has become radical. Staying when there's nothing you can do, when you can't make it better, when all you have to offer is your company, that's countercultural. That's revolutionary. So if you have someone you can call tonight, someone who gets this, someone who knows how to stay, please call them. Please let them show up for you. Please give them the gift of being able to love you in your need, not just in your strength. And if you don't have that person, or if you're not ready to reach out, or if it's too late or too complicated or too hard, know that you have me. In this strange virtual way, you have me. I'm staying. Right here, in these words. I'm staying with you through this night. I want to tell you about a night in my own life. A night when I needed someone to stay and didn't know how to ask. I was going through something I couldn't quite name. Not a crisis exactly, but a quiet unraveling. The kind where you're still functioning on the outside, but falling apart on the inside. I went through my whole day like normal, smiled at the right times, said I'm good when people asked, checked all the boxes. But when night came and I was alone in my apartment, the facade crumbled. I sat on my bathroom floor and cried in a way I hadn't cried in years. The kind of crying that's more like a release than sadness, more like a dam breaking than simple tears. I picked up my phone so many times that night, scrolled through contacts, typed messages I didn't send, convinced myself that no one would understand, that it was too late, that I was being dramatic, that I should be able to handle this alone. But here's the thing I learned that night, sitting on that cold tile floor. We're not meant to handle everything alone. The belief that we should be able to, that needing people makes us weak, is a lie. It's a lie that keeps us isolated. It's a lie that makes us suffer more than we have to. I didn't call anyone that night. I stayed alone with it, and I survived it, and I told myself I was strong for doing so. But looking back, I wasn't strong. I was just scared. Scared of being a burden. Scared of being too much. Scared of needing
and not being met. If I could go back to that version of me on the bathroom floor, I'd tell her, call someone, text someone, reach out. Your need is not a burden. Your need is an invitation for someone to love you. Don't rob someone of that opportunity. Don't rob yourself of that comfort.
So here's what I'm saying to you. The you that's reading this right now, in whatever state you're in, whatever hour of the night this is for you, reach out if you can. Text someone and say, I need company tonight. Call someone and say, I don't want to be alone. Message someone and say, can you just talk to me for a while? You don't have to explain why. You don't have to justify it. You don't have to make your needs sound reasonable or important enough. You just have to be honest. I need someone to stay. And if the first person can't, try another. And if that person can't, try another. Keep reaching until you find the person who can show up for you tonight. Because they're out there. Someone who understands. Someone who's been there. Someone who knows that sometimes the most important thing we can do is simply stay.
But if you can't reach out, if it's truly too late or too hard or too complicated, then let me stay. Let these words be the presence you need. Let this letter be the friend sitting beside you, the hand holding yours, the voice reminding you that you matter. Because you do matter. Your pain matters. Your loneliness matters. Your need for connection matters. You're not invisible. You're not forgotten. You're not alone in the universe, even when it feels that way. There are others awake right now, feeling exactly what you're feeling. Others who need someone to stay. Others who are trying to make it through the night. And in some strange way, you're all connected. You're all part of the same forest, sending strength to each other through invisible roots, holding each other up in ways you can't see. Your loneliness is valid. Your need is valid. You are valid, exactly as you are in this moment, scared or sad or aching or all of the above.
I want you to know something else. This feeling, this need, this loneliness, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It doesn't mean you're not enough, or you're too needy, or you're failing at life. It means you're wired for connection. It means your heart is working exactly as it should, reaching for warmth, for presence, for love. In our hyper-connected, always online world, we're lonelier than ever. We have more ways to connect and less real connection. We have more friends and fewer people we can call at 3 a.m. We have more information and less wisdom about what it means to be us, to need each other, to show up for each other in the vulnerable hours. So you're not alone in being alone, if that makes sense. Your loneliness is shared by millions. You're not broken for feeling this way. You're just awake to a truth that our culture tries to numb us to. We need each other. Desperately. Deeply. More than we're comfortable admitting.
Let me stay with you a little longer. Let me tell you about the dawn. No matter how long the night, no matter how dark it gets, dawn always comes. Always. Not because you deserve it or earn it or will it into being, but because that's how the world works. The earth keeps turning. The sun keeps rising. Light returns. You don't have to believe it right now. You don't have to feel hopeful or optimistic or anything other than what you're feeling. But I'm telling you, as someone who's made it through countless long nights, the dawn will come for you too. It might come slowly, in degrees you barely notice. The black of night turning to charcoal, charcoal to gray, gray to that first hint of blue. Or it might come suddenly, dramatically, the sun breaking over the horizon like a promise kept. But it will come. And when it does,
You'll still be here. Tired, maybe. Changed, probably. But here. You will have made it through another night. And that, my dear one, is no small thing.
For now, though, we're still in the night. And that's okay. We can be here together. You don't have to rush toward the morning. You don't have to pretend to feel better than you do. You can just be exactly where you are. And I'll be here with you. So close your eyes if you want to. Rest if you can. And know that even though I'm not physically there, even though we're just words and screens and distance between us, I'm staying. I'm not leaving. You're not alone. You're held by something larger than yourself. By the millions who felt this way before you. By the millions who feel this way with you now. By the invisible threads that connect every lonely heart to every other lonely heart in the great human family. You're part of something, even when you feel separate from everything. You belong, even when you feel lost. And tomorrow, or later today, or whenever you wake, the world will still be there. Your life will still be there, waiting for you to step back into it. The people who care about you will still care. The possibilities will still exist. The chance to reach out, to connect, to let someone in, it will still be there. But for now, just rest. Just breathe. Just know that you made it through another hard night, and that's enough. You're enough. Exactly as you are. Exactly where you are. Exactly how you are. I'm proud of you for being here, for reaching out, even if just to read these words, for admitting you need someone to stay, for being brave enough to be vulnerable, even with a stranger, even in this small way.
You're going to be okay. Not tonight, maybe, but someday. And until then, remember, you're never as alone as you feel. There's always someone willing to stay, even when staying is all they can offer. Sweet dreams, dear one. Or if sleep won't come, peaceful wakefulness. You're held. You're seen. You're not forgotten. I'm staying, right here, for as long as you need. With so much tenderness. Someone who knows the ache of long nights.